Who were the players in the Russian Revolution other than the Tsar and Lenin? Is there a scorecard? How many survived and how many were shot? These and other questions will be answered right after this. I am Professor Jerome Arkenberg and the host of History Waits for No One. I've been teaching a wide variety of history courses at colleges across this country for the past 30 years. And by the end of this video, you'll know who was who in the Russian Revolution, and you'll be able to mark your scorecard accordingly, as we'll be covering the 6 major groups: the far right-wing Russian nationalist, the right-wing monarchist, the liberal constitutional monarchist, the non-Marxist collective anarchist, the non-Marxist socialist, and finally, the Marxist. But first, make sure to click like, share, subscribe, and that little bell thingy so I continue to bring you more great videos just like this one. We start with the far-right Russian nationalist. These were right-wing, monarchist, autocratic, anti-Semitic, Russian nationalist, really proto-fascist, founded in 1905 and led by Alexander Dubrovin, shown here, and Vladimir Pushkevich, also shown here. Their Black Hundred paramilitaries roamed the streets, attacking anyone who weren't them, especially Jews, liberals, and socialists, and instigated anti-Semitic pogroms in Yalta, Bialystok, Gomel, Odessa, shown here, and Sedlets in 1906. The second major group, also right-wing. These are the right-wing monarchists. These opposed anything but Tsarist autocracy. Among them were 1. The Russian Assembly, founded in 1900 and led by Prince Dmitry Golitsyn. That's this guy right here. The second group, second party if you want to call it that, the Russian Monarchist Union, founded in 1905. 1905 is the year of the first revolution, so there are a lot of political parties founded in that year because the Tsar allowed political parties for the first time and the election of the first Duma. Anyway, the Russian Monarchist Union, as I said, founded in 1905 and led by Vladimir A. Gringmut. What a great name, that's him. Third, the All-Russian Union of Landowners, also founded in 1905, but with no one in particular founding it. And number 4, the United Nobility, founded in 1906 and led by Count Alexei Bobrinsky. Look, it's a Bobrinsky. The third major group, the liberal constitutional monarchist. These were centrist, who were against revolution, but for constitutional monarchy along the lines of, say, Great Britain. So the first group, founded way back in 1893, when political parties were still quite illegal, this is the People's Rights Party, founded, as I said, in 1893 by Mark Natanson. Here he is right here, whom we'll encounter again and again, founding several political parties. But the People's Rights Party collapsed in 1884, when most members were arrested and sent to Siberia. As I said, it was illegal. Secondly, the Union of Liberation, founded in 1904, led by Pyotr Bernardovich Struve. That's this guy right here. Third, very important group to remember, the Constitutional Democrats, or Cadets. No, they weren't military cadets. Their initials, KD, colloquially became Cadets. These are founded in 1905 and were led by Pavel Milyukov, this guy here. They remained quite important until the 1917 Bolshevik Revolution. And finally, the fourth group, also very important up until the 1917 Bolshevik Revolution, the Octobrists. From October 1905, when the Tsar granted the first constitution. The Octobrists, led by Alexander Guchkov. That's him right here. Another group, the fifth one, the Party of Democratic Reform, founded in 1906 by those who thought the cadets too left-wing. If you can imagine, the cadets left-wing. It's like saying the United States, the Republican Party was too left-wing. Number 6, the Party of Peaceful Renovation, founded in 1906 from left-leaning Octobrists, right-leaning cadets, and democratic reformists from the Party of Democratic Reform, led by Pavel Ryabushinsky, that's him right here, Mikhail Stakovich, there he is with a great long beard, Evgeny Trubetskoy, there he is right here, and Dmitry Shipov, there he is right there, and here are many of them meeting together, actually not in Siberia. Finally, the seventh party in this grouping, the Progressists. These are moderate liberals, essentially Democrats. Founded in 1908, led by Ivan Efremov, that's the guy in the center right here, Alexander Konovalov, here he is on the left, and Pavel Ryabushinsky, yes, the latter of whom had founded the Party of Peaceful Renovation, but left it in 1908 to found this party. And you had this a lot, sort of founders getting disgusted by the other members who are taking a party a different way, so they leave and they found a new party. The fourth major group, the Anarchists, clearly left-wing. These, however, the Anarchists are not Marxist, but they are non-Marxist. They are socialist, and they believe in the group, the collectivist, but they're not Marxist. So these anarchists primarily base their platforms on the ideology of Mikhail Bakunin, whom you see here on the left, looking kind of like a stereotype of the crazed Russian revolutionary. Anyway, these included, 1, the People's Retribution, founded in 1868 by that aforesaid Mikhail Bakunin and Sergei Nechayev. There he is right here, dedicated to the violent overthrow of the Tsarist state. Secondly, the Circle of Tchaikovsky, founded in 1869 by Nikolai Tchaikovsky. Seen here, he is not related to the famed composer Peter Tchaikovsky. Just the same name, same last name. Anyway, founded by Nikolai Tchaikovsky and by those who rejected Nechayev's violence. So anarchist, but non-violent anarchist. Thirdly, the Zemlya i Volya, or the Land and Freedom Party, founded in 1876 by Mark Natanson. Yes, him again. There he is. And Alexander Mikhailov, there he is here, based on Bakunin's ideas, who did engage in terrorist actions against the Tsarist state. The fourth party or group, the Black Repartition, founded in 1879 on the collapse of land and freedom, they rejected terror in favor of agitation and propaganda. Still got them sent to Siberia, but at least they weren't executed. And the last group, number 5, the Narodная Volia, or the Will of the People. Founded in 1879 on the collapse of the Land and Freedom Party, so two were founded when that party collapsed, the Black Repartition and the Will of the People. The Will of the People was responsible for the assassination of Tsar Alexander II in 1881. And of course, were then all executed. As seen here, Natanson was not part of this group. The fifth major grouping, a very large grouping. These are socialists, but again, non-Marxist socialists. So, these non-Marxist socialists advocated universal male and female suffrage, democratic elections at national and local levels by secret ballot, universal, compulsory, free, secular education, and the end of all former serf redemption payments. Essentially in America, they'd be either Democrats or Republicans. Now, among these many parties, the first is the Workers' Party for the Political Liberation of Russia, founded in 1899 by Grigory Gershuni, seen here, and Catherine Breshkovsky. And we'll encounter both again and again, so keep those scorecards handy. This party merged then with the Social Revolutionaries in 1902. The Social Revolutionaries are the most important group, the most important party in this large grouping. And again, they sound bad with the name revolutionaries and social, but essentially they're Republicans. And remember, right-wing in Russia is very, very far right of any political party in America. Anyway, the Social Revolutionaries, founded in 1902 by Grigory Gershuni, as I said before, Catherine Breshkovsky. Yes, those two, the founders, remember, are the Workers' Party for the Political Liberation of Russia. Andrei Argonov, Nikolai Aksentiev, down here, Mikhail Gotz, what a great name, Gotz, yeah, Gotz. Mark Natanson, yes, him again, he does get around. Vadim Rudnev, don't have a picture of him. Nikolai Rusanov, Viktor Chernov, here he is right here, looking very dapper. Ilya Rubanovich, and Boris Savinkov, with Gershuni the founder of its combat organization, which carried out most of the terrorist attacks against the Tsarist state henceforward. And again, it's like almost like in America, the Minutemen carrying out terrorist attacks against the British. The third major political party in this grouping, the All-Russian Peasant Union. Founded in 1905, they wanted all the land taken away from the nobility and the church and redistributed to the peasantry. The fourth political party in this group, the Popular Socialist, founded in 1906, who split from the Social Revolutionaries over the use of terror, which they rejected. What do they want? Well, they also wanted all the land taken from the nobility and the church, but instead of giving it directly to the peasants, turning it over to the state to then establish collective communes for the peasantry to till. led by Benedict Miakotin, there he is right here, Nikolai Anensky, right here, and Alexei Peshekhanov. And here, of course, the All-Russian Peasant Union Congress. The fifth party in this group, the Trudoviks, founded in 1906 by Alexei Aladin, shown here, with members who split from the Social Revolutionaries as they also rejected its terrorism but didn't wish to join the other two split-off parties. 6. The Social Revolutionary Maximalist, founded in 1906 by Yevgeny Luzinsky, Mikhail Sokolov, shown here, and Nikolai Mikhailovsky, also shown here, who wanted more terrorism and land nationalization than even the Social Revolutionaries were willing to do. Now, after the March 1917 revolution, the Social Revolutionaries split in two. The left Social Revolutionaries, often called the Left SR, were composed of those who supported the Bolsheviks, of whom the most prominent members were Maria Spiridonova, Mark Nathanson, yes, him again, Prosh Proshian, and Boris Kambov. And then there were the right Social Revolutionaries, or the right SR. They supported Kerensky's provisional government, of whom the most prominent members were Catherine Breshkovsky, there it is, yes, her again, and Nikolai Aksentiev. There he is once more. We have encountered him before. The next major group, the fifth group, these are the Marxists. In the 1880s, Marxism, which held that the socialist workers' paradise could only be achieved if Russia first became capitalist, since, according to both Karl Marx and his disciple Karl Kautsky, only an industrial proletariat could bring about the socialist revolution, took hold among some of the intelligentsia. Among these were the Emancipation of Labor. These are founded in Geneva, Switzerland, by Russian exiles Georgy Plekhanov, seen here, Vasily Ignatiev, Vera Zasulich, Lev Deutsch, and Pavel Axelrod in 1883 in Switzerland, as I said, Geneva. The second group are the Russian Social Democratic Labor Party of Internationalists. That's a mouthful. Largely a party of leftist intellectuals. Founded in 1898, mostly led by Maxim Gorky, the writer, they were positioned between the Mensheviks and the Bolsheviks. Then we've got the Russian Social Democratic Labor Party, founded in 1898, but in 1903, at their second party Congress, in exile, a dispute over leadership and direction split the party in two, into one, or I should say the fourth party, the Mensheviks. This is the majority, which was led by Plekhanov, Trotsky, right here, and Martov, Yuliy Martov, who were content to wait for a revolution, which Karl Marx had said was going to happen. It was, he said he had proved it, historically inevitable. And the other group, the Bolsheviks, the minority, led by Lenin. Here he is, right in the middle. Now, Lenin, for propaganda value, called his group the majority, or Bolsheviki, and the other group the minority of Mensheviki, even though they were not. So Mensheviki means minority, Bolsheviki means majority, but in fact, positions were reversed. Lenin was great on propaganda. Lenin held that the party should be made up of professional revolutionaries based on a classic three-person cell structure. So in other words, three-person cell structure. One person recruits two others, and each of those two recruit two others, and so forth. So if the police pick you up, the only one that you'll know of are the other two in your original group and the two that you recruited. So that's it. You don't know anybody else. But anyway, these professional revolutionaries, with their three-person cell structure according to Lenin, in his classic tome, What is to be Done, in 1902, was dedicated to nudging, goading, and leading the proletariat, which, remember, was quite small, into revolution, whether they wanted to or not. But in 1914, their numbers were woefully low. Only 10,000 in a population of 150 million. So, let me know what you think of this video, what you liked about it, and what other historical topics or subjects you'd like to see in future videos. Be sure to click like, share, and especially subscribe, as it will help me bring you more great videos. And make sure to click on that little bell thingy so you'll know when the next History Waits for No One video is posted. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the past.